Rhythm greetings, Helldiver. Here's my top 5 reasons as to why I think players quit Helldivers 2. First of all, I think is when Arrowhead messes stuff up or just changes our favorite weapons or nerf them. I remember over a year ago I used to be very passionate about the flamethrower and how it used to burn alive chargers. It was so good at killing chargers. Then one day Arrowhead released a new warbomb with the pyromaniacs or something, and they entirely ruined the way the flamethrower worked. I was so frustrated after those changes that I literally stopped playing Helldivers for a couple of days or even weeks until it finally was reverted. Although I did try new weapons during that time, and that's why I actually fell in love with the anti-material rifle. Please, Arrowhead, if you're gonna make big changes to things that the player base loves and uses a lot, at least consult with the players first. Talk to content creators. Have a beta testing serving for people to tell you that this is gonna be a good or a bad idea. Stop shooting yourself in the foot, seriously. Number 2 would be game glitches and crashes. I feel like all of us at some point may have been like, oh yeah, that was a glitch, oh that was a crash, no biggie, we can keep playing, let's try again. But then you realize as time goes on that these glitches never really go away or they're persistent, like the social menu where you take a while before you see your friends online. And when you're trying to load the last rocket on the Sieve artillery and it just doesn't want to go in. Or when all of a sudden you're trying to reinforce a teammate and it doesn't really work and you have to call them again and again and again until they have to leave the game and it's whole completely ruined. I am not sure why. I feel like Arrowhead takes their sweet time with this one where they can actively affect the player base. Or maybe they're working their best and they have to always choose between new content or fixing what is already broken. But perhaps most of you will agree with me that Arrowhead needs to stop creating new content and actually fix the things that keep on breaking so that we can have a more stable gameplay. Number 3 is unjust punishment. Why does it feel that the player base is always in a constant struggle against the studio that makes the game that we love and cherish? And without even going on a tangent, for example, do you remember when we were fighting to take on Cyberstan and we were doing really well and then all of a sudden some hackers were tampering with the results of the major order by speedrunning certain missions? So what did Arrowhead do? Not only they did not extend the time of the major order to compensate for the rollback they created, they basically punished all of us for a couple of bad apples. I can understand hackers ruining a main storyline focus, but at the same time you make all the people that actually love and care and support your game feel like garbage because, oh my god, all our progress got rolled back because a couple of bad people and now we're gonna lose the major order. And Arrowhead is like, yeah, haha, fuck you, you know, like we don't care about you anyways. The other example of this is that modifier they have in place of the game where, like, for example, if there is very little players, the impact of each Helldivers in a mission has a greater impact. But if, for example, there is over 100,000 or 200,000 or even 300,000 like we had when the Xbox players joined, every mission has a much less significant impact. What the fuck? That makes no sense whatsoever. Do you want to have a game that has a lot of players that love it, or do you want to have a couple of 10,000 people that are loving, that are dedicated, and that's the entire player base you want? It is an illogical feature. It makes no sense from my perspective. The fact that I have more players, I'm gonna make their efforts a lot less significant. Like, get a grip. Not everyone has enough time in their day to play 4 missions or 6 missions in a single gaming session to make enough impact of a planet liberation. The casual Helldiver probably can just enjoy 1 or 2 and then that's it. They have to go to work, they have to go rest, cook, take a shower, or do something else with their lives. Reason number 4 is probably not having friends to play this with. Sometimes playing with randoms can be a fantastic, wonderful experience. I have done that a lot of the times and people do play really well, luckily for me, when I join them. But my community tells me that when they play with randoms, usually people throw the games, they're absolutely awful or really bad at what they're doing, so they end up getting discouraged. I suppose this is a part of the video in which I tell you that if you ever want to play with me, you can join my live streams here on YouTube or even my Discord server and join me on voice chat whenever I call for a hangout session or something. I'm more than happy to play with as many people as I can, and if you ever need friends to play, my community loves playing Helldivers so much, so you can always start playing with them as well, not just with myself, so you have a lot of people that you can actually trust and rely on. Discord link will be on the video description as usual. Reason number 5, Sony. Yeah, there's really nothing else I need to say, that's it. Reason number 6, and the last one for this video, is simply taking this game too seriously. Participating too much on the major orders. And I know the roleplay part of you is gonna tell me, Chonky, you should be taking this seriously, sounds anti-democratic. I get it. I think it's really fun to roleplay this game, but at the same time, taking it too seriously, getting upset when we win or lose major orders, will eventually take a toll in your happiness to enjoy Helldivers 2. This game is beautiful. It has a lot of amazing things, and we love it. That's why I make content for it, right? I'm not crazy. But at the same time, it has flaws, and I suggest many of you don't take these results or outcomes too seriously. Either it be that the results are scripted or not, it doesn't really matter. Just play, have fun, do the thing, go kill stuff, and feel happy about it. That's the most healthy approach I think there is for this game and any other game in general. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching my content, and don't forget to, like, subscribe, all the stuff. I will be seeing you on the next video. ChonkyLotus out.